Hey everybody, this is Brian with Red Dirt Cryptid Investigations. I thought I would hit you guys up real quick, kind of put a bug in your ear, kind of raise awareness. Summertime's on us, you know, and when summertime comes, you know, a lot of plants begin to bloom, particularly certain types of berrying type plants. It could change some of the Sasquatch's feeding behaviors. You know, they are opportunistic like us, not unlike us, and there are certain types of food that becomes available as the summer progresses, and I wanted to take a minute and I wanted to kind of bring this stuff to your attention so you can be on the lookout. So I'm up here in northwest Oklahoma. Oh, there's some right there. That's what you call sand plums. Whenever it starts getting hot, I'm not exactly sure when they start, but those bushes right there taking over that fence line, those are sand plums. There's some over here, and sand plums are all over certain areas of northwest Oklahoma. And I'm here to tell you right now, when they start producing, they produce a massive amount of food resource, a lot of sugars, and they're just really good to taste. Humans, you know, we just eat them regular, but we also make sand plum jelly. I highly recommend it if you haven't ever tried it. But as you're driving around out here, you will just see massive amounts of sand plums. I would say here in about a month, the sand plums are going to, oh, look, there's salt plains off in the distance. I don't know if you can kind of see that. That's another resource that's out in this area. Salt Plains is just a little bit south of here. I'm driving down this old blacktop road. There's a Byron fish hatchery. I'm not saying I think there's Sasquatch there, but you know, you never know. High concentrations of fish, you know, they love that kind of stuff. It might even be another attractant. But as you're just driving around out here, start paying attention. I also know for a fact that wild blackberries grow in abundance of this in this area here, and these wild blackberries are they're everywhere in certain areas. So you've got blackberries. I'm pretty sure they bloom about the same time as the sand plums, and you're talking about a major food resource. Now, I'm not one of those people that believes in migration theories and whatnot, but I do believe that they would migrate to certain areas for food opportunities, like sand plums. There's more sand plums right there. Here's another batch coming up. They grow They're everywhere. You know, the closer you get to water, it seems like, so you can really see the salt plains out there. That's all that white stuff. Just salt all over the ground. It's really pretty. And oh, here's more sand plums. I mean, the amount of sand plums that are out here are just massive. I mean, it's everywhere. This area is also known for its artesian wells, and as you can see, water is in abundance in this area. This is really good stuff right here if you guys have never gotten a drink. But as you can see, there's just a massive amount of lush habitat in this area. Keep in mind, this is northwest Oklahoma, you know. Everybody swears up and down. By the way, there's a company out of here called Divine Water. And if you ever get an opportunity, you know, buy from them. That's some good quality water right there. But anyway, we're gonna keep driving around here, looking at you know, all the different types of habitat. see over here, there's just tons and tons of wild sand plum bushes. There's more right there. They look like little trees. But the sheer volume of sand plums, there's more out there in that field. They're everywhere out here. It's astronomical. The amount of, the volume of fruit that gets produced by these sand plums is probably a huge resource waste that people could be, because you have to actually go out there and pick them manually by hand, and as well as I do, average individual ain't going to do that anymore. But yeah, there's a ton of them out here. You just keep driving and just more and more patches keep popping up. So where am I going with this? Okay. Well, first of all, you take like this area I'm in right now. There's tons and tons of prospective food. There's rivers here. There's fish. It's an opportunistic thing that only pops up once a year. My question is do they migrate into certain areas where the food resources are abundant certain times of year? It's possible. So where am I going? Be on the lookout. Be aware of the food sources in your area. Start paying attention more. Look at those sand plum patches, those blackberry patches, those raspberry patches, maybe even fruit trees. Be aware of them. If you might see something. If you've got an orchard or some fruit trees and a bunch of fruit starts coming up missing, you might report it. Let me know about it. But you also might just be aware. Maybe if you've got fruit trees in your backyard, maybe you could point to your surveillance cameras to monitor them. And if fruit comes up missing, you might get something. I don't know. All I'm saying is be aware of your food sources and the natural resources, and just kind of be aware and be thinking about that, because you never know. It might end up being a great opportunity for you to see one. And isn't that what we all want? And different areas are going to have different food resources. And I don't know what you have growing wild in your area, but be aware of what is going on, and kind of monitor it. Take steps to perhaps even record some of these food resources. You never know what you're going to get. Anyway, it's Brian with Red Dirt Cryptids. I'm out. Before I go, there's a whole bunch of resources online that will tell you what particular crops or plants or berries, whatnot, when they actually are ready to harvest. So you can look that up. As you can see, we've got several here that are pretty popular. My favorite there would be watermelon. And let's not forget about corn. Corn has a lot of sightings reported in the immediate vicinity, and the number of reports are staggering. That annoying mulberry tree that attracts wasps, that might be a food source.